Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and today we're going to set up a wireless bridge that beams the Wi-Fi from our house out to some more remote parts of the property. Now, living out here in the country, I have a lot of equipment that is the type of thing that someone might want to steal, and I can't secure all of it. So the next best thing that I want to do is set up a good system of security cameras that will monitor where I keep the most valuable stuff. And also watch the driveway to see who comes and goes and send me an alert on my phone. Now today we're not setting up the cameras, but I've been shopping the cameras for a while and having trouble deciding. Because you can get cameras that just record and you have to take a card out of them to see them, like a trail camera. You can also get cameras that use your cellular data in the area, but those you have to pay for the data. And also, we have almost no cell phone signal out here. If I go down by the pond, which is about 100 yards from here, I can't even send a text message. So the type of camera that I want runs off of Wi-Fi, which means I need to get Wi-Fi down to these buildings where I keep my equipment. That's where the product that I've got today comes in. This is a wireless bridge that can beam Wi-Fi signal up to 3 miles away. So if you have a second house, a kid's property, a barn, a hunting cabin, anything on the backside of your property that you want internet to, if you have electricity at that point, you can connect this system. So what I got is from Ulna. It comes with 3 parts that all seem to be identical. But there's a switch in here that switches between basically a sending unit and a receiving unit. So this one is set to be the master unit. Those 2 are slave units. And I've already set this up in the house to make sure it works and that I understand how it works. You plug this into the wall, you plug a short cable into your home Wi-Fi, and then you run a longer Ethernet cable, depending on how your house is set up. For us, it was kind of a long run from the router out to the end of the house where we want to beam this signal. Then we're going to put this here in the shed, plug it in, and plug in an Ethernet cable, and this will receive that signal. So all we're doing is beaming it from the house out here, then we'll have a router out here that expands the signal. I've got the Starlink up at the house that has been phenomenal. I've been using the Starlink exclusively for, I'm guessing, 6 weeks. Best internet I've ever had. I wanted something like this before, but I wanted to wait until we got something good, and Starlink combined with this is solving that problem. And now what I've done is I've connected an Ethernet cable to my router into that little black box and ran it along the attic and poked it out through the eave. Right up there. So now I just have to get up there and mount this and plug it in. All right, so I've mounted this mounting plate right on here, and then I'll put the actual sending unit up against it and screw this cap down. Pretty easy install. Then my Ethernet cable comes to a little hole in the screening around the attic vents. We've got this mounted. Now we need an Ethernet cable to run in here. And I think I want to do kind of like a drip loop, so this will hang down just a little bit and then come back up so that we're not dripping water in it. And then we can always do like some silicone around where the cable enters the building. There's nothing to worry about on the other side of this, nothing on the wall. Should be able to drill through pretty much anywhere. All right, I'm gonna grab an Ethernet cable, poke it through there, and plug it in here. So the only thing I've done off camera, I took the little black box, plugged it in, plugged this cable into the left side of the black box, and ran it out here to the left side of this. I believe I'm plugging it into the right side, but there's only a couple spots if I'm wrong. We got some flashing green lights on the back of this. I'm gonna go check and see if the lights are all lit up on the back side of the other one of the transmitter. At this point, all I've done is follow the basic instructions and plug in all of the supplied cables. And actually, I had to buy these longer cables to reach where I was going with it. These are, you know, Cat 5 cables. Now, it's putting out a whole bunch of Wi-Fi signals. When I open this up, it gives me like 5 or 6 Wi-Fi signals I've never seen before. So I can connect directly to this. But there's a book in there that I have to use to look up the passwords and stuff for different Wi-Fi networks. I didn't even realize, I thought I had to use my own router. This just beamed it and I had to connect a router. Apparently you can connect directly to this. So we're gonna go ahead and plug in this router that I was testing it with earlier. This is a router I've used a lot before. My phone has the password saved. Well, you might have noticed it got dark on me. I was looking through the instruction manual trying to figure out the passwords for the built-in network, because this unit up here that you watched me install today puts out its own Wi-Fi signal, or you can connect it to your own router. And I wanted to make sure both work. And so I was looking up the passwords for the built-in network, and my wife came out and said, hey, we got to go to our grandson's baseball game. So we went and watched some Little League baseball, and that was a nice little diversion. I came back, I got connected. I connected to the Wi-Fi coming off the side of the house there. Then I connected to the Wi-Fi coming off of this receiver. And then I plugged in this Nest router right here. So right now we got 92 download and 23 upload. And that is the fastest internet we've ever had until the last few weeks when we got this Starlink in the house. Sometimes it'll go anywhere from 100 to 200 on the download and 20 to 30 on the upload. So we're getting pretty close. The download's a little slower right now. I didn't check it right now in the house to see if that's what we're getting in the house or not, but that's fast internet to be standing in my yard quite a ways away from the house. Not a bad setup process. It took me a little bit to figure out the instructions on which side of the port the cable went on. But really, if you just follow the instructions, you can get internet out on your rural property, in your outbuildings. I think we're gonna set one up over by the koi pond that'll give us Wi-Fi all around the pool, where we barbecue grill, where the fire pit is, and the koi pond. And that should reach all the way down to the actual pond. Then the other one will be set up here, and it will run Wi-Fi to this building and the Quonset hut so I can get my cameras set up. So this setup is between $200 and $300, depending on if you want one receiver or two. Not too bad, really, and it's gonna let me do a couple things that I've been wanting to get done. So not a bad deal. I'll put a link in the description of the video to where you can get this product if you're interested. I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.